Are you ready to do a clap?
Yeah.
I can't.
Fair enough. You can do some sort. Hit the mic with your mouth.
Or you can go
slap yourself.
Oh, yeah? Oh no! What about just like slap the fucking rind of your headphones? Jesus Christ!
No, that works.
Whatever works for you, as long as you're okay with it.
It's good.
3.
This ain't hit the microphone.
1.
Shit, it didn't go through. Fuck!
Don't hit yourself.
I didn't hit
Okay.
I didn't hit it hard enough.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to Lore episode 134, everybody. Usually we start the episode with a clap so we can sync all the audio, but Jason has a cat in his lap, so he couldn't clap. He has one hand, so hitting the microphone.
If you don't have to clap, you got to slap. Just
yes.
And then it didn't register.
Clap.
Yeah, no. Bolby, Jimmy Neutron's a classic.
Bolby knew ball.
He did. He knew it was up.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Mr. Stroganovsky.
Yeah. That was his last name, Bolby Stroganovsky. How crazy is that? Just generic Russian, Stroganovsky. That's crazy. It's been years since I had a good beef stroganoff. That's what my mom would always make beef stroganoff if you had leftover steak after cooking out, like on the grill. If you had a leftover steak, next day, stroganoff.
No, you know what Olivia used to make? We used to have beef stroganoff like all the time. And it's like, she stroganoff me off till I beef. She was homemade. It was amazing. So good. So good. Extremely loud, correct noise.
That's a great video. The stroke me off till I beef. She beefed me off till I stroke or whatever. My laundry machine makes
something along those lines.
My laundry machine makes the perfect.
Tara does not like beef stroganoff.
Guess not.
She said, "I'm stroganoff out of here."
Yep. See ya,
guys. What happened in the last 2 weeks? We've been away for a little bit.
A lot. Okay,
so
let's get started.
Number one, the biggest thing that happened in the last 2 weeks is Steve Wimette was on Lore Hero episode 133. Everybody, hey, you had 2 weeks to watch it. If you haven't watched it yet, go back and watch that one. It was really cool. That was one of my favorite episodes we've ever done. That was just really
100%.
fucking cool to sit there and listen. It felt like we were all like children at daycare or whatever, listening to the teacher tell a story, and we were all just so, oh, really? Oh, that's so cool. Show and tell. That's the pedal.
No, it was like the teacher brought in a special guest for the day, and then so we were just all like oogling, or like we were all brought to the multi-purpose room to go watch like
the auditorium, like, oh, we're having somebody give a presentation today.
Yeah,
but it's not just somebody.
Today?
It's like Steve from Blue's Clues. Like, oh my God, you're the guy from.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Today's presentation, Rockin' Through the Ages with Steve
Oh,
Wimette.
yeah, that was so cool. Really cool. If you haven't watched it, again, go back and watch it. But
great episode.
Yeah, I guess we could address one of the, quote, elephants in the room. Yeah, we've been taking a lot of weeks off, guys. I'm sorry. Things have been really busy, and it's getting harder to schedule these things. And I'm sorry, it ain't going to get any better anytime soon, because it's only going to keep getting more busy.
Nope.
In fact, I don't know if we're going to have an episode next week. We might. It's possible. Alex is going to be gone for a while. He's visiting family.
I should be able to make it to the next one, but if not, then it's just going to be that. But then the week after that,
going to be
San Diego Comic-Con, man. We got a lot to do. So
yeah, we'll be showing off stage tour,
I can't even
baby.
be there for like the whole thing. I'm flying in on that Friday, and then I'm just going to be there for like the other 3/4 of the con.
Yeah, I'm going to be there for
hey,
a full
if you're
week.
listening, if you're going to be if you're listening and you are going to San Diego Comic-Con, me and Jake are going to be there. I'm going to be there 24th through the 26th. You can come by and you can play stage tour, get some merch. We're going to be giving away merch. Come ask us about the game. Come ask us about anything, really.
Yeah,
so,
come play the game.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really fun.
It sucks that we have to say, if you're going to San Diego Comic-Con, because
it's all sold out.
If you didn't already buy tickets, if you didn't buy tickets like last year, you're not going unless you're spending few $100 resale. It fucking sucks. But San Diego Comic-Con is like the Comic-Con, as far as I know.
Dude, okay,
sold it for a while. And honestly, if we could have announced it earlier, we would have. But this was a very much a kind of like, oh, this opportunity came up. We should take advantage of this. And I mean,
that's kind of how it has been.
It's always how it's
with
been.
all of these things. Like, we didn't know we were going to be at PAX until like fucking not even a month before we were.
Yeah, there was less than a month to
there was less than a month to prep, dude.
Going. Yeah,
we were going through it. We were all going through it, like trying to make that happen. And so it just kind of branched off from there. But I want to talk about where we're going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. We're next to fucking Lego and Mattel and Marvel at San Diego Comic-Con.
Guys.
Like, oh my god, man.
We're going to be right next to
Unreal.
Dark Horse, which is also an
Yeah,
Embracer
Dark
Group thing.
Horse.
In fact, they're going to have a little bit of a stage tour thing at their booth, but we have our own booth right there next to Lego and Marvel and Mattel.
What? A
What to be
stage tour
revealed.
Dark Horse thing? What could that be?
It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
What could that
but it is real. We're going to be there. Come say hello. Those arcade machines that you've seen at IGN, they're going to be there. We're going to have 4 of them. We might have a whole bunch of cool things to show off, too. Just saying. But you never
I really
know.
do appreciate this this picture that we put up for the on the stage tour
Oh, let me bring
socials.
It right back up.
Because I think we're showing off a character that we haven't shown off yet in the bottom right corner.
Yes.
Who's that?
That's
What are you
new.
talking about?
Well, she's there. She's
Stop
looking.
leaking. Stop leaking.
I don't know her
I
name.
don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know her name right now. But yeah, no, I thought
Looks
that was
pretty
really,
happy to be there.
It's a pretty sick graphic. I thought that like the body had a neck, but it was just 2 guitars next to each other. In the
Oh,
upper
yeah,
right.
I was kind of confused.
Yeah,
what was going on
it is
there,
a little
too.
bit of a optical illusion photo. Yeah.
It looked kind of like almost like a Kramer, a red Kramer with a white pickguard, but the white is a hand and the red is an SG.
Hold on.
Shoutouts to the marketing team, man, because these like assets they look great.
Yes, 100%. Shout out to Dan. He's
Yeah,
the one
look-
Dan
playing
and Jack have
mad
been
clean.
working
Jan.
really hard on these.
Dan, Jack,
Mad clean.
Marcus. Super
So yeah, no. We'll be there. Stage tour will be there. San Diego Comic-Con.
We'll be
end of the month.
And
So-
I guess we can mention there'll be a few new songs to try out
Yeah.
on the build for people who are
Yeah.
there as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
so when we were at IGN, we had the first set of 7 songs we revealed available to play. If you did not know, that was right here. Let me pull this up. It was
I mean, I was
actually
about to
let me
recite
put up proper. I don't want to. You're gonna recite them. I was gonna recite them, and then I decided I probably shouldn't because every time I try this, I always forget at least one.
No, I got it right here, man. We got fucking Mimi's Delivery Service by
Oh, you're
Good
cheating.
Kid. We got Danny California. We got Get the Funk Out, Square Hammer, Ratatata, Terminator, Oscillator, Island in the Sun.
You got it.
So those are the 7 that were on the arcade machine over at IGN Live. Now
Yes.
we're going to have a new build of the game, and I don't know if I could say what songs are going to be on there.
You
But-
can't.
Yeah,
It's a
no, I
secret.
can't. It's a secret. But what songs aren't a secret are the ones that we announced, not only last week but today.
Hey,
As of this episode coming
We've
out.
announced
That's why I
quite
say
a
today.
few sets of songs here. Well, let's talk about the ones that we're announcing today
Yeah.
first, because that just happened a couple hours ago. I don't have anything to show for it yet because we're recording this early. Obviously, as you know, we're doing this on Sunday. We're announcing that on Wednesday. I don't even have an asset ready to go yet. They're still working on it. But I do know the 3 songs. Number 1, Castle Rat, a song called Siren.
Yes!
That's a really cool
Incredible
one.
song.
That was an incredible algorithm pull, if I'm not mistaken.
It
That was a Jason
It's so
algorithm
good.
pull. That's a really
God,
fucking
I
cool
love them.
song.
the
They're
charts
so
are
good.
The charts are
But-
juicy, man. They're
Yeah.
juicy.
Also,
Love 'em.
dude, I just want to say I didn't know anything about Castle Rat until one of you guys pulled it up. Like, you pulled them up.
Me
We
either.
talked about them. I don't think we talked about them on the show, but I think it was just kind of how we're researching music and all that stuff. Newer acts, of course, and then it was either Jason or Jake. I was just like, "Yo, Castle Rat," and I'm like,
It was
"Okay, let's
Jason.
listen to it." I heard Siren. I'm like, "Guys, this
Yeah,
is
that
crazy.
song
This
is really
crazy.
fucking cool.
Okay,
Dude,
nastiest
it's
riffs, dude.
They're, like,
So much
their
riffage.
whole like look and feel. I suppose I can like bring these up and show like the music video slightly. Not too much. Don't want to get this shit blocked, but Siren, Castle Rat, like the whole look that they're going for is very cool. It's
The
very
aesthetic.
very much comic booky, very much like
medieval
D&D,
Co-
medieval-y.
Yeah.
Comic booky. Why would we do that for STCC?
Who would ever know? The comic convention, we're showing off some like comic booky like type of things. You never know. Maybe there's meaning behind certain things if you're looking for it.
No.
Yeah.
This is
if you use
just
your
really
eyes
fucking
and your
cool.
ears.
Oh, man.
I mean, like this that also feeds directly into the next song too.
Yes.
With Broken Dreams Incorporated, and that was
Yep.
part of what is it, the DC Dark Knights? Yeah, no, that's what it says on the
the
music
death
video.
metal one.
Yeah, there's DC Dark Knights death metal version or whatever, but still, this song is awesome.
Yeah.
It's more
Yeah, it's-
punky upbeat Rise Against.
Yeah, this
It's
is really
it's
fucking
it's
cool,
a fun
too.
one. It's always fun too, like whenever I like announce new songs to the charting team, because they don't just get to know about everything at once. Me and Jason always try to make sure that we include like at least one fun fact about the song. And so that what Alec was talking about was what we ended up including when we rolled it out. So yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, that song's really, really cool. We just saw a chart for it, and I played it, and it was like, oh wow, that's really fucking fun. Can't really talk about what that chart was yet. This is still a secret, but it was really cool and fun.
I think that song is gonna surprise people because again, it's one of those like it's a newer Rise Against song.
It surprised me personally.
Yeah.
It sounds like Rise Against, man. Like I don't really follow
got that
too much
energy.
Rise Against, but I know of the Rise Against songs that were in Guitar and Rock Band. Fits right in. You could have told me this song was from 2006. I believe you.
Yeah, I also feel like this. Every single Guitar and Rock Band game has had like at least like a staple Rise Against song. At least in the bigger games, there's GH3 had them in bonus, but then they also had Re-Education Through Labor, Warriors of Rock, World Tour.
Savior,
and then
Warriors of Rock.
I think Savior was Warriors of Rock, and then my personal favorite, Give It All and Rock Band 2.
That song fucking
Give It All.
Give It All.
So
Drums.
I absolutely loved Give It All because it wasn't like any other Rise Against that I'd heard. And like apparently that was just like how they sounded back in the day too. And so Give It All is just that staple drums track for me. I still liked it on guitar. It was still a decent track, but yeah. Me and Jay played that shit a lot on drums for sure.
It was the best. It was awesome. Trying to hit the rolls. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so fast. So fast.
And then finally,
Broken Dreams Incorporated. Yeah, I wanted to close it out with
Hey,
that.
great song.
Finally, though.
If you're talking drums,
Yeah.
hey, this next song is great for drums and for lead. Call back to some older games, but at the same time, give it a new coat of paint.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
We just I just brought up Warriors of Rock, a Psychosocial.
Yeah, that's in
Boom.
the game too.
There we go. That's in the game
Rock
too.
Band 2
That's a
DLC.
third.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember this. The charts being very, very different from each other on guitar. The Rock Band versus the Warriors of Rock chart. I always found the Warriors of Rock chart more fun though.
I was looking at the when we got this assigned and we're working on it. I was actually looking at like the Rock Band chart on drums specifically because I wanted to see how they compared. And it's always really interesting to go back to the older games and be like, well, like how are we doing it? Like is it better? Is it worse? Does it seem more fun? Does it seem less fun? Like I always try to check that kind of stuff because like including more notes that may not be in the original chart doesn't automatically make it better, so to speak, right? Like it's all about the actual experience when you play the song, and that's why like my job is so cool because like I get to see these songs brought in, and like I tempo map everything, so like I hear these songs a lot and I review them, so I hear them a lot, and like there are some songs on the set list that I didn't dislike necessarily, but that like I was kind of like yeah whatever, and then like I got Stockholm Syndrome then through really liking the song from having to listen to it so many times and the way that the charts play too, where I'm like, okay, you know what? This song kind of rips, I'm not going to lie.
That's happened to me a couple times.
Okay, but that right there is the most satisfying thing you could ever say. As the person who's like been really trying to craft and put together the right songs together like puzzle pieces, right? Because I've seen it a lot with the songs we released or announced last week, I should say. Which were a little bit more on the discovery side of things, maybe things that weren't as mainstream of artists, with
Paradox.
The Long Faces with Jane,
Long
with
Faces.
Paradox, Do Me Like That, and then Jay
Ferrari.
Ferrari.
Which
with
apparently, like Soya, shoutouts to Soya, like Paradox is one of her favorite bands. I found out.
Yeah,
like
she
after
Really?
that
She
announcement.
replied to the stage tour post about it. She's like, "Why you gotta do me like that? Let's go!" She was singing the whole thing via typing. That was cool. Then Stage Tour Gain, the Twitter account, but run by who knows, says, okay.
7,700. Okay, keep on going.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just so funny. I should retweet that.
Yeah, there was inherent risk. Like maybe risk is the wrong word, but just with announcing those songs, like we kind of knew the reaction that we were going to get, but we're actually kind of pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, no, it
I
went
was
really,
happy.
really well. I'm very, 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 very happy.
I think that truly
the people who listen to it actually like that was what I was hoping for, was that people would actually take a listen, and I wanted us to try to see what would happen if we put out some of the songs.
Swipe up and go to YouTube. Like, you're looking at the announcement, just swipe up, go to YouTube, look it up real quick. There's a reason why we chose chose these ones to announce and put them in the game too, because it's like, hey, this is the staple of music discovery can be 5-fret. It can be these rhythm games. It can be any rhythm game, really. But this is what we're about, dude. This is what we're about. So it's just really cool.
And hearing like what JP was saying about like actually hearing it over and over, because let's just bring it all together here. We have some roguelite elements in the campaign that we're going to be doing, right? That we've talked about before, right? With the announcement. If you're going to be playing things, like if there's going to be incentive to play things over and over again, you want to be enjoying the things that you're listening to, right? And at the end of the day, these games are the single best music appreciation platform you can ever find, right? Because how many times have you listened to a song and you'd be like, that part's, I don't think there's anything there. And then you play it on one of these games, you go, wait, that drum part's actually kind of spicy. There's things I didn't realize.
That happened.
Oh, wait, that's lead part.
Hey, listen, this has happened to me very
We're like,
recently.
wait, that's in the song?
Yeah.
This is what I think I finally understand the hype behind Count Your Blessings by Bring Me the Horizon, that album. I understand the hype behind it just because it was like the roots of deathcore. And then I finally played Pray for Plagues, the rock band.
Sure.
I played that shit on Yarg because the repented version actually came out. And I've been familiar with Pray for Plagues. Like I know about it. I know it's like it's an iconic song. And then I heard the re-recorded version, and I'm like, holy shit, this is insane. And so I played it again on Yarg, and I'm like, dang. Like I was comparing my listening experiences with you, and I'm like, I know why. I get it now. These songs just rip from front to back, And so that's kind of the sort of thing that we're trying to get people to understand, with our song picks too. Whether they be callbacks to other games and previous picks or something like that, or completely new ones, you're going to see how enriching these tracks are. I think that's the best way that I can put it.
Yeah, and then on the point of saying, Stockholm syndroming yourself into liking a song, that is real, but also like just thinking, I can hear the song on YouTube, I'm listening to it right now. How fun is that to play? There have been many, many, many cases so far in the Stage Tour sales, I'd say like half the songs at least, where there's something that's hidden in the mix or something that you just didn't really pick up on just listening to it, that when you play it, it's like, oh, wow. Wow, there's actually something here. That's really cool. And there's more than meets the eye with a lot of these songs, especially Jane. Listen actively to what's going on the drums. Listen actively to that song on the drums. There's a lot more than what meets the eye with that.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck, man.
It's an
unassuming
song.
That one. You can't larp that one, man.
You can't larp.
Can't do it. Sorry, you got to know how to play drums. So,
yeah. It's one of those things that as we keep revealing more and more songs, I hope people can see a little bit more of the vision of what we're going for. And I've seen some reactions from folks saying, hey, I've already seen a lot of new songs that I've enjoyed that I haven't been able to find before this. You're turning me on to new music and the game's not even out, which that's awesome. I've seen other people say, hey, I'm tapping out. There's nothing here I even like, which to that I say, stay tuned. Maybe you'll find something you like. And if not, that's okay too, because it is impossible to craft a set list where everyone will be happy.
Yeah. You can't
that's just
everybody.
The truth. That's just the truth.
We feel like there is a way to do this in a way that makes a good experience for a lot of people, and that's what we're trying to do. I mean, look back at all the other Guitar Hero games. Guitar Hero 1, not a lot of genre diversity there. It was mostly just classic rock, maybe a couple of new hits as well, and a couple of random bonus ones. Game still ripped. It was awesome. Guitar Hero 2, awesome.
Okay.
Like those games knew what they were. They had a good set list. I didn't know any of those songs going into it because I was 9 years old. But I liked them.
Thank you for bringing this up, because I had a similar conversation with somebody in my Discord about the picks in Guitar Hero 2 versus Guitar Hero 3, and these were like the same bands that were in this game. Or you'll understand the subject matter in a moment. But I always, when I grew up and I played Guitar Hero 2 and I saw Bad Reputation, I was sad that it wasn't Joan Jett when I was like 9 years old. Obviously,
because I heard that song in Shrek or whatever.
Right? Yeah, exactly. I thought it was going to be that, but then I played it and I'm like, wait, Thin Lizzy has more than one song? wait, this shit's
Wait,
crazy.
this isn't the boys
What am I
are back
playing?
in town.
Wait a minute. This is, and then also it's like this song's crazy, and I grew up, and it's a banger. Like Bad Reputation. Like thank God they put Bad Reputation by Thin Lizzy in the game.
Yeah,
because I would have never known
to appreciate that song more. Back
I
when
would
I
have
was a
never
kid,
known how how technical Thin Lizzy can be.
Yeah, like, that was really one of like the at that point in the set list, that little like wiggly solo at the end is maybe like one of the hardest sections there is up until like that point. Some of the fastest like fret work you need to do. It was cool.
Yeah,
that's all I knew the song of at that time. Also, there was like an article in a Game Informer magazine where like Wolfie was saying, yeah, like I was playing Guitar Hero 2 on the Xbox 360, I had to FC everything again. I got Bad Reputation first try. I'm like, that dude's fucking awesome.
I remember that. I'm like, that's a crazy ass first try after playing it, dude. He was
real.
Yeah. Sorry, Wolfie
Legend.
Glaze always.
Always.
And then the other one of the other things was the Kiss pick in GH2 was Strutter. I know what the fuck Strutter was. I want to rock and roll all night, and we got to hear a GH3. Like that's the that's
and it was
the
a cover
Kiss
still,
song,
but still,
and it was still a cover, but it was
It
like
ripped.
both of them are covers. If you think about it, put it this way, they were both covers,
fair
but
enough.
they went with Strutter in GH2 for what I can only assume is that they wanted to showcase triple chords. So I don't know, it was just a cool song to have, but it wasn't like the biggest ones. But yeah, what were we talking about again before we brought up? Yeah, our set list not having it has picks that we feel are going to, translate to good gameplay and also become like a song that you didn't know by an artist that you know.
Yeah.
It's just going to be
Yes.
enriching that listening experience and how you perceive these artists.
So many different things that we had to balance for on these set lists. Whether it was not just the difficulty, but also the genre diversity, because again, it is a different music landscape than when Guitar Hero came out. Rock music isn't as prevalent in pop, right? So how do you showcase new bands that are worth showcasing while also like introducing people, while also getting them in the door with bands they might have heard before at the same time, right? That's a hell of a balancing
there's
act.
a lot of things to balance. Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah. With the instrumentation, with the, the vocal types, with the, solo diversity for different instruments, so there's something for everybody to play. I could go on and on and on, right? Like,
one of the biggest
there's
things
so
though
much
is
consideration into
playability, right? Like we've had a lot of songs that we think would be really fun or really cool, but they just didn't fit in because maybe it's only fun on guitar, and then everything else is boring. Or this is a great vocals pick, but guitar ain't doing nothing. There's not even a guitar in this song, perhaps. And there's been songs where it's like, maybe that's too much, too heavy. Like we're not going to have certain bands where you can't understand a single word that comes out of their mouth. There's a ton of different considerations, but at the end of the day, it needs to be fun. It needs to play well. It needs to. I was going to say it needs to sound good, but that's up to your interpretation. We're going to put together a set of songs that we think are fun to play. You might like the song. We like most of the songs in that set. Obviously, I don't like every song. Nobody likes every single song. We're all different people. But the set list on a whole, I'm really super fond of. I'm very proud of what mostly Jason has been able to put together. He's been the one leading the charge on this. Granted, we all have our own insights into certain songs and say, hey, this would be a good one. Go check that one out. For example, Airhead, Honey or Revenge. That was from our first setlist reveal that we haven't actually talked about yet in this episode. We also announced Avril Lavigne, Bite Me, Honey Revenge, Airhead, and Paramore. For a pessimist, I'm pretty optimistic. Also great choices. But that Airhead song came because I was at a concert, a Spirit Box concert. Honey Revenge was one of the opening bands, and they ended their set with the song Airhead, and I was like, damn, that song actually ripped. And then when I got home that night, I looked it up, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, this is at the Spirit Box concert that one of our mutual friends was at, and we didn't even know
Yes.
they were there.
Story.
Yes,
And-
yes.
yeah, no,
He's from Canada too.
Yeah, two of our mutual friends, they went to that Spirit Box concert with a Honey Revenge opening, and then we were like, holy shit, wait a minute, Jake is there. You should say what's up, but they didn't get the message until after. But it's okay, because we all met each other after that same year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was really fucking cool because it was the year prior that I had met them when we went to Texas as a group.
Yes.
And then I was there with one of my friends, my IRL friends, and then I'm down there. I'm like, I think is that It is, and then then we like connected. It was kind of cool.
That's cool.
I guess all this is to say is that you're not going to know every song on the set list, and that's a good thing. Think about it for more than 2 seconds. If you knew every song on the set list, that's boring. Deadass. I think that's boring.
I wanted
if
to
it's
talk
the most
about
popular song from every band that you would expect, and you don't have any surprises. I think that's boring. It's not as fun. It's not as much of a enriching experience. It's not as much of a. It's just not as fun. Trust me on that.
So we didn't really talk about the first ever setlist reveal. Oh, sorry, not first ever after IGN.
After the first 7 from IGN, but
technically setlist reveal 2. I want to say that Bite Me, that was in rotation with the Clone Hero and Yarg parties that I was having at my house, and then I would be playing it online. Me and Jay Prez would play that song online on Rock Band 3 all the time. And so it was just like, hey, maybe this is one that we could go for, and we got it. So that was an awesome addition. For a pessimist, I'm pretty optimistic. That one was from very early on. We were thinking about this song.
We wanted Paramore right away.
Right
that was
when,
one of the first...
right when development of Stage Tour started, pretty much, and we were thinking about songs. Paramore was the first artist that came up, and we're like, what about this song? What about the opener to Riot?
If I'm not mistaken, I think that was the very first major label song to clear.
Yeah. Wow.
Correct. It is.
And it was still
there's a bit of lore for you.
New Stage Tour single digit. Still single digit.
Single digit for songs that we got in the game. That was one of the first ones, but it was the first one from a major label. It wasn't like a smaller indie band. So this is true. That was very cool.
This is true. Shout out to Paramore for being the first band to invest in what we were trying to build back then.
Thank you, Haley really Williams. Cool. Appreciate you. I saw her live too. That was awesome.
She's the best.
Oh.
And in case anybody's wondering why we decided on Pessimist as the pick, it's one of those things that as a group we had all said, hey, Misery Business has been in how many games?
3.
And there's nothing wrong with
4.
that. There's nothing wrong with that song. Great song. It's one of their best. It's awesome. That's why it's been in so many. But we didn't want to just go with the obvious pick. That's not a thing, right? It's not just the obvious pick. Because how many times have you played that before? But what about the opening track to that album that has very similar energy that all the different fans of Paramore are going to be excited about because they've seen them play it live if you've been at a concert, right? And if you've listened to Riot the whole way through, you know that opening track. There are some opening tracks on albums that are just iconic, right? And when you put Riot in, you know that track from that album. So this, for it being our first major label, our first opening track, right, for that feels pretty good, right? It kind of gives you the vibe that we're going for. Mm-hmm. High energy, good to play on all instruments. Should be fun to sing. Should be good to play drums on. Should be good to strum along to. There's some good strumminess to that, right? There's a little lead part in the middle. That's cool. It's cool. And it's not the same thing that we've always had.
Oh yeah, what about Psychosocial? We've had that all these times before. It's not always the case, necessarily that we want to have a big band with a lesser known song. It's a case by case basis. In this case, we just thought Psychosocial was a good nod back. We have to have nod backs. I feel like if we had no songs at all that were in previous games, no tying back to, it would feel a little bit more disconnected in certain ways. I feel like having certain songs that you do know and love and have experienced before in other games is a good thing. And that was just a case where that was the one that we wanted to have back. I don't know.
Jake,
there's certain opportunities, though.
I'm just kidding.
There's opportunities. Okay, so Slipknot. When's the last time Psychosocial was in a game?
Yeah, 15 years ago,
Warriors
16 years ago. Warriors of Rock.
Years ago.
Yeah, it was DLC for Rock Band 2 before that as well.
So how many people have played that song recently on a game? If you haven't played Warriors of Rock, right? It was DLC and Rock Band, right? So
yeah, it was 08 DLC.
Yeah.
It's right when the song came out, actually. That was probably before it became a huge song. So
and nowadays it's a billion plus stream.
It's a staple of Slipknot. If you know who Slipknot is, you've either listened to Duality or Psychosocial.
Yeah, one of their perfect entry level songs to get into
or
the
before
band.
I forget,
every band has that.
Yeah.
How a song you listen to get into a band, and then once you become obsessed with the band, that's when you start saying stuff like, oh, they should have done Sulfur. They should have done Gematria. They should have done Duality, all this stuff. And it's I actually really enjoy reading what people have to say about oh, well, if I was planning the set list, this is what I would do. It's fun to read because like just to see like what people are interested in musically, whether it's from the same act or a different act. But like when you're putting together a set list like this, like the song choices all kind of bounce off of each other, right?
Yeah.
And
not every song can be
way more
standalone.
difficult. Yeah, like it makes it way more difficult because like you go for a bunch of different stuff, and then the set list ends up getting shaped in a way where you have to look back at these songs that you really want, and then you have to say like, well, it doesn't really fit anymore, and that can be really difficult. We've had to do that
many
God,
times.
that's hurt so many times. Yeah. And
songs that
unfortunately,
we as like fans really wanted.
we've had multiple songs that we've had to say, you know what, that doesn't, even if it's cleared on the licensing side, we've at some points had to say, you know what,
Oh yeah, man, that'll be some interesting lore one day.
yeah, and that's painful because there's only so many spots.
There has also have been songs that we swore we had in our hands.
Oh,
And then
dude.
they slipped away from one reason to the next.
Yeah,
There are some really
that's-
painful
if
ones
you-
in there.
Like, I can't even really joke about that. It's just like it is what it is. It really is.
You know,
what
and
it is.
if you wonder why like stuff gets canceled in Fortnite, like that's why. Like,
Yep.
sometimes
Unforeseen
shit
circumstances.
sometimes
man.
shit just doesn't work out.
There are
man.
so many unforeseen circumstances that have happened to us already. Thankfully, we have the benefit of not being released yet, so we have time to course correct and change that. But man, I'm sure it's going to happen when there's DLC. For us, whenever we put out DLC, I can always guarantee you there's going to be some sort of song that we want to put out, and then a week beforehand, it's like, oh, never mind. They changed labels, and now for whatever reason, we can't do it because they don't sign off.
And then we get drive weeked.
The guitarist is beefing with the rest of the band, and then he said no, but since one person said no, it's always a no because it could happen. You never know.
The joys of publishing.
Yeah, very fun. But and I'll say this just happened recently for one of our songs, an unannounced song. There were no stems available for a certain song, and the label or the publisher, whoever it was in charge of that, was trying to find like these like stems, and they went to like the singer of that band and was like, do you have the stems? And they're like, yeah, I have them on my laptop with me all the time. They travel with their shit, I guess. And
It's a true story.
When we
mate.
could talk about what song this is and who this was, I can't fucking wait.
Yeah, that was crazy. So we were able to get the stems, even though the label thought they didn't have them, but the artists themselves had the stems with them. So we were able to.
You could have 1,000 tries. You could have 1,000 tries to guess who this is, and you wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't get it. And
I'm just
also,
saying,
It's crazy.
that
You wouldn't
same
get it.
artist. I mean, this is another thing that could potentially get something pulled. Is that like they're very particular about how their song is presented and how their lyrics are presented. Like with in a game like this where lyrics have to be broken up into like syllables so you can sing them, there might be like a dash between the first syllable and the second syllable. Sometimes artists don't like that. They like their shit to be displayed perfectly all the way through. That could be a problem for some. It was a problem for this one person.
It made me realize like why because I'd always wondered like, oh, like does Rock Band not like commonly use commas because it like clutters the screen or something? But after that I was like, hey, wait a second, maybe that's why. Maybe it's because a long time ago they went through what we're going through and we're like, hey, just get rid of the commas. They don't like commas. The artists don't like commas. Get rid of them. And
easily.
they just kind of moved on from there. Like it's very possible that our
100%.
predecessors already went through that.
I was going to say that, like, I hope people who have been listening to us for this long and, this far into, our show can understand it's like, this is what happens when you have people who are fans of custom, custom games and custom songs and user-generated content, things like that. When you have it your own way and then you finally get the opportunity to make a video game and we finally get to see the truth and the challenges and everything that they don't tell you. And, you still don't know when you're making the game either. You still don't know what's going
Learning on the
but like,
job.
Learn something new every day, man.
we learn something new every couple of hours, I feel like. It's just some new shit, and it's just like, bro, this is what it is, helping make a game, helping build something, when you're so used to things that already exist, and you have convenient tools for the things that you want, you can just put whatever in experience in the game however you want. When you're making this shit all from scratch, it's different. It's so... I hope you guys can understand, where we're coming from, and you just like... see it from our point of view. It is really interesting stuff, and we're just so grateful that we could still talk about this, in this sort of detail. It's not like the greatest detail, but we are going into
Still got to be vague, but
we are going into way more detail than more people who are developing games should or could, really. So like it's really a privilege to be able to share this experience, because it's nothing like anything anybody has ever experienced before.
We were wrong about everything, basically.
Yeah, sure.
Is the truth. We were wrong about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty nuts.
Everything?
About everything.
Almost everything.
Close. I mean, we've learned a lot, right?
Yeah.
And we're continuing to. Mm-hmm. And the responsibilities keep piling up. And I think that's actually a good thing.
Yeah.
The fact that all of us have been continuing to get more responsibilities means that they trust us with them. So,
I'm there's like 20 people on the charting team at this point. I'm like overseeing 20 people making note charts for this game. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but I love what I do, and I love being able to, whenever we get something handed in that I think is awesome, and I tell the guys, I'm like, yo, you guys got to see this. It's a weekly occurrence.
This last week was like full of bangers. Like every single song that you picked out was like, holy shit, that's something really interesting I didn't even think that song had, or that's a really cool way to chart that. I would have never come up with that on my own. It's just
and it's just so cool to it's given me such a strong appreciation for rhythm authors, actually, because of how tight of a ship they run. I've had to learn how to I worked for myself for multiple years, so I've had to learn how to be a boss and be a good leader, and encourage the people on the team to do the best that they can, and watching the quality of people's work improve the more stuff that they worked on. And these are already people from the custom scene that are already good at what they do. But, when you're working on an official game compared to working on a custom set list, there's a lot of rules in place. There's we have guidelines, we have documentation, we have spec, we have all of that stuff. And the people working on this project, they're expected to follow that. And, we have some debates. We have some stuff where I say, hey, you know what? Guidelines, whatever, you can do that, but, it's a really, really tight ship to run.
And these are also people who get it. They get it.
They do get it.
And with somebody like JP overseeing it all, I feel like JP, of all people, gets it too. It just goes to show it's just we're very tight knit, but then also we have a system going, and JP is running it as a well-oiled machine. So
I've been very happy with all the work that's been turned in, and I'm sure that with Comic-Con, let's be honest with ourselves, people are probably going to end up seeing a lot more of the game.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's going to be a different chart of Danny California, probably. I don't know. It
will be. It already has changed.
If we change it again, I've already changed it 2 times.
Yeah, it changed based on feedback from the alpha test at IGN and the closed alpha test, and it might change again after this. Who's to say?
There's probably only 3 or 4 FCs of that original Danny California chart.
Probably.
It's changed, and it's going to be different on release too.
That's lost media at this point.
Yeah. No,
it's funny how that stuff changes throughout, because Jake and Alec have been really good about paying attention to people who play at these events, because most of them never go above medium. Some of them never go above easy.
It is such an eye-opening experience. It really is, because we all exist in a bubble.
Yeah,
big time. We exist in a bubble. Yeah. that should be not breaking news to anybody listening. Really, this is the hardcore of the hardcore niche community that cares about a bunch of us random fucks that have been living this shit for forever and just want to talk about it. But playing on expert is actually still a flex. Being able to beat songs is a flex on expert. 5-starring it, major flex. FC is holy fuck, what, you didn't miss a single time? That's crazy. Yeah. But to us, to me, I didn't FC it. Oh, fuck, I'm washed. I got to hang it up. It's over for me. That's...
I probably had one... I had one experience where I was playing with somebody at IGN, and he recognized Danny California, and he probably played it a lot, the Rock Band 1 chart on Clone Hero, and he's like, oh man, I got to see how hard this is. I play Clone Hero a lot. I play the Rock Band chart. I was like, okay, so This is gonna be a lot different for you then. He's like, oh, well, we'll see. And then, like, literally getting into the first where he's like, whoa, this is way different. This is way more fun. There's a lot more going on. And so I thought that was really interesting.
It was cool because
shout outs to Jarvis. Jarvis did Danny California.
He did a great job with it too, because that outro is fucking weird. When you hear the isolated stem without any other things going on, so you can really hone in on what's being played, it's still hard to tell what's being played because there's so many different weird effects going on and all that stuff. It's not like quantized to the beat. It's like some weird number, like 19 or something.
But the thing is, that's how I had always envisioned the ending of that song to be charted.
That's how I hear it in my brain when I'm playing Rock Band 1.
Fucking
like,
Rock Band 1. I'm like, they undercharted this shit.
It's undercharted in Rock Band 1. I can hear more notes than what I'm playing.
Yeah, ending of 17 in GH80s, how it's heavily nerfed. They 17 that shit.
Yeah, they kind of did. But like at the same time, it's funny hearing other people's perceptions of this too, because one of our alpha testers from our closed test, we gave out a feedback form for people to send their feedback and tell us what they could. In that form, they said, "Yeah, I played a lot of Danny California and Rock Band 1. I feel like you overcharted it for this." No. It's undercharted in Rock Band 1. The Harmonix didn't do it right. They purposely undercharted it, and we're doing our best to make it as accurate to what the song is as possible. So for songs like that are from previous games, you may have a perception of the difficulty or what to expect from it, but you may also be surprised because it wasn't always perfect. Look at Ace of Spades Guitar Hero 1 outro. Granted, they made that up, and that was their own creation. Undercharted to shit. But that's not the only case of that. There's lots of cases of that, actually. On drums in particular,
imagine,
believe it or not.
Yeah. Trying to imagine the Ace of Spades situation where, like, they, like, the authors back then were, like, tracking it, right? Like, in their terminology. And we're like, whoa, we can't do that.
Yeah, they just gave up. Fuck it. It's going to be too hard. Everybody's going to fail.
Well, okay, so listen. You know how we got the September prototype, right? It was a September 05 prototype, and we saw there were unnerfed songs in that build. Fire It Up, I believe was... No, it wasn't Fire It Up. It was fucking Bark at the Moon outro. That's what I was going for.
Outro,
and Cowboys from Hell. Cowboys from Hell. Unnerfed. So, like, what I'm thinking is that maybe they did. Maybe they did try it a little bit, and then maybe whoever they had on QA or whoever was playtesting the game just went, guys, what the fuck? Or like,
this is Danny California. Hey, how hard could it be? Really, this is too hard. Let's nerf it. That's a decision that could be made. I could see it.
Who knows? Or Highway Star. Highway Star is another instance of heavy undercharting, and I was disappointed when I played Highway Star. I'm like, bro, where are the notes?
So you guys could have done this. It's like we're good. We're good now. It's okay.
But back to the point earlier. No, not everybody's good. Many people aren't good. And that's still a very important piece of the player base. Yeah, it's still the expert chart and experts for the experts. But that's the goal. That's what you're working towards. If you're an easy player, you want to be able to go to medium. If you're on medium, you want to be able to try out that fifth button and go to hard. And from hard, it should be able to prepare you to like start getting a bit faster and doing every note on expert. Right? There should be the progression of that. But having sections like Danny California outro is like the skill check. It's like, okay, I can get most of the song done. It's like, oh, what the fuck? What is this? Maybe I'm not ready for this after all. So I can understand why back in the day they would have made that decision to be like, well, maybe this is too hard for somebody to get past if they're new to expert or whatever. Yeah, but like there's a balance to strike, and now the general player base is just on average better. Yeah, there's still a lot of medium and hard players, but like the expert players trends way higher than back in the day. I don't want to nerf things if we don't have to. Well, that feels lame.
I dare say that we value believing in our community. As weird as that sounds, it's one of those like we don't want to undersell the experience, right? We're looking for songs like Danny California is a perfect example of this, where we saw an opportunity to do something better than it was done in the past, right? It has not been in a rhythm game since Rock Band 1, right? And we could do it better. Yeah. Because that chart did have room for growth, right? Yeah. To do it a smidge more polished. And maybe change the way people feel about it. And based on what we saw from IGN, it seemed like that was a decent call because it seemed to have been picked a few times.
It was the most popular song by far, that and Island of the Sun. And it's not even close.
Bro, I had I was thinking about the in-house ending that we have for Island in the Sun. and that being like the signal for me, the Batman signal for me to go walk over to the cab and be like, "Hey, thanks for playing." But like I could like hear that. Like, I just think about it all the time. You'll hear it when you see it in the game.
Yeah,
when you hear that in the game, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Well, it's funny with like because so many people play in easy and medium, like those charts are going to end up getting some of the most polished, and it sounds crazy, right? But like even in preparation for IGN, like I had personally went in and made like a lot of changes to the lower difficulties before that event, because the way it works is that like we try to get stuff in, and I review it or somebody else reviews it. We have a peer review system, and just try to get it approved as soon as possible so we can keep moving. And the whole idea is that we'll have time to polish it later, right? If needed. Some charts just get turned in and there's honestly nothing to do, and it's like, oh, it's perfect the way that it is. But the lower difficulties are something that, I know a lot of people have complaints about Festival not doing a good job between medium and hard, and I don't want to say that they do a bad job. I think a lot of that is probably just based on data that they have over a long period of time about
I think
the players.
One was a very specific situation, though, because we were just like, bruh. Why?
Yeah,
why does it look?
Why
is it like this?
Enough. No,
like that's just ridiculous. That was like a medium plus chart. Medium
if it were me on one, like I would have just,
but they fixed
done like trills, like
they fixed it though.
Yeah,
they did fix it, and they made it like a little bit easier than like the GH3 hard chart, but still there was still like challenge to it. You're still soloing in the solo.
Not to say the GH3 hard chart is like the golden chart. Like the GH3 hard was a fucking mess on a lot of songs.
It was a mess.
It's not good.
Yeah,
man.
GH3 hard in general. That's a different game.
It seems almost paradoxical to say it, but the lower difficulties, like you said, JP, take more time, a lot more polish. It's harder.
They
because
do take more time.
Expert
they really
is fairly straightforward. If you hear a note, you're supposed to chart it, like for the most part. But like hard and medium, easy, you're supposed to take notes away. You have to start with the expert chart and start stripping it back. But what do you strip back?
Yeah, like how do you do that good, though?
How do you do that good? How does it still feel like that you're playing the song and not just playing some sort of baby nerf chart? You still want to like be able to experience the song how it should feel, keep like the spirit of a section alive. That's the one example from Fortnite Festival. I don't think that the original chart from that where you're just doing that doesn't keep the spirit of what that section does on expert. You're doing crazy shit on expert, hard to just that's not the same, and that should have been much more note dense to make it feel like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Medium, sure, because that's what you expect from a medium, where you're just like you're just keeping along with the beat. But on hard and expert, you're supposed to be doing something at least close to what is supposed to be happening. But
medium
making
is usually
reducing it and making it fun is a unique challenge that if you don't chart, you don't fully understand what that is like in a way. Medium I don't chart, but still.
Yeah, like medium is the one that I've had to tell people it's too hard, go back, like the most. Like,
and that's one that we have people on the team who are medium players that are like, yeah, it's too hard.
Yeah. Yeah, like our QA lead, shout out to her. Like I'll message her and be like, hey, can you play this really quickly and tell me if it's too hard? Because it's like, like it's easy to doubt yourself when you're reviewing this stuff, because like I haven't played on like easy or medium since 2007 or 2008. Like it's been a very, very long time. So like I look at something and I'm like, yeah, it's fine. And then I ask our studio head to play it, and he's like, I'm failing in the first 30 seconds, and I'm like, you're what?
Yeah, like so this is not what medium actually should be. Okay, understood.
Yeah. And like, again, like having that whole logic explained of like medium players, easy players too, they never leave first position. It's always green, red, yellow, and then blue. And so, one of the biggest pieces of feedback that I've personally gotten is red blue chords, because when you think about it, you're playing red blue chords with your middle and your pinky, and for those players, like, they don't know what to do with those fingers.
That's a hard sequence. Using the pinky alongside a different one like that. Yeah, it's weird how you do that. So that was a great piece of feedback. I never really thought of that before.
It's like
it's not a consideration I've had to make personally.
Me never. I just thought like, oh yeah, it's fine. Like just put down as many chords fit on medium with 4 buttons. But then it's like, how about in order to teach players that they exist, we include them in this part because there's like a 3-second gap between the next chord and they have more than enough time to move around. But like, believe it or not, like in a part that's like da 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 da, like that's really hard for a medium player to shift chords. You know, so it's like you either want to use different chord shapes, like green blue is actually easier than red blue for those people because they don't have to stretch their pinky; they're already on the blue button. Or you just make it a single note. Like, it doesn't have to be a chord just because it's a chord; it's medium. So this is all stuff that like I've never had to take into consideration until now.
It takes a different brain because it's like you're doing level design essentially. Like that's we've talked about like how charts are relevant or how important chart quality is to a game. It's just like it's level design. It is level design because you're teaching people who have never played the game before. You're gonna be people who have never played Stage Tour or never played Guitar Hero or whatever. Picking up Stage Tour, they gotta know. So you gotta help guide them in a way. So we kind of have to just make these charts. And it's a real interesting case because didn't we talk about like how they sequence the songs in Guitar Hero 3? It's like, Raining Blood is the second song in fucking tier 8 or whatever. And it seems easy at first. Or the first, sorry, it was the first one. And you're like, oh, this is not too bad.
Fucking truck,
it's just long notes and shit I learned Barracuda in tier 2. How bad? Oh my god. It's just like, a regular ordinary. Oh my goodness!
Like how do I play this?
Oh my goodness!
You're hitting the SpongeBob.
Yeah.
I mean, that was probably my reaction back in the day. I saw that. I was like, oh my god, how do you do this? No other song has done this in the game before. What do I do?
I fully recount the first time that I ever played Raining Blood. I fully recount it because it was like it was a Friday afternoon. I got home from school. I finished tier 7. And then I got into tier 8. I was like, okay, Raining Blood, I think I know who Slayer is. Let's play it. And I was like Hyperspeed 0. I was like Hyperspeed 0 because I was sight reading the song. And I had my shitty GH2 Explorer that was like broken. The whammy bar was like fucking broken. And then my Les Paul was already dropping notes, so I was like, I wasn't using that. But I was like, bro, damn, wait, why? I'm getting this. This is easy. And then I saw Mosh 1. I was like, oh, I gotta turn on Hyperspeed. And then I passed it. I 4-starred it. And then I was like, I could 5-star this. And then I 5-starred it. And then that was that. But still, I remember those times. I remember being fucking blindsided and just getting clotheslined by Mosh 1.
And that is a universal experience. That is a
universal part of the fun.
Canonical experience.
I never knew about that song. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where you get that experience if you get up to expert, but most people never get there. So it's a experience that people who get to that point remember because of that. But most people, I mean, the stat that was always thrown around back in the day was 90% of players play on easy or medium. That was always the stat that was thrown around, was 9 out of 10 players. And I want to kind of bring this back to one of the artists that we announced last week because they shared their own personal experience with the game and what they played and kind of full circle moment here, right? Because no matter what someone's experience with the game is like skill level wise, you take these memories away, right? And the song The Unknowing that we just announced for our set list was by the artist Jay Ferrari, and they put out a message on Instagram. Jake, I'm assuming, is pulling it up right now. That's my guess, the way he's looking. If we look at this message from Jay Ferrari. It was
on their story. I think it was on their story.
Yeah, it was on their story on Instagram. They put up, as a kid, Guitar Hero 3 meant the world to me. I would stay up till 3 a.m. failing through the Fire and Flames on Expert over and over until I couldn't feel my fingertips. I finally beat it in 2021, by the way, as an adult. That game completely changed my taste in music and inspired me to pick up a guitar. Honestly, don't think I'd be where I am today without it. So being included in Stage Tour is surreal. The idea that one of my songs could inspire someone else to start a band, write their first song, or simply fall in love with rock music the way I did, that means more to me than I could put to words. Thank you to everyone at Red Octane for believing in my music, and thank you to all of you for making moments like this possible. I can't wait for you guys to play The Unknowing.
Love to see it.
Cool.
That's
can't
so
wait
cool,
for
man.
Can't wait for people to play it either. Yeah, I'm excited.
I
That's so
apologize. The
rad.
past 2 minutes, my audio driver went out, so I heard nothing about what you said. But I'm sure what you said was great.
It was Jay Ferrari.
Oh,
That's
well,
what
okay.
I
So
thought.
you're gonna want to put this
pulling
in
it up on
post.
screen this whole time, bro.
So what?
really?
During that
We
whole
were
time,
reading that?
Jason was just reading this. So in post, just put that up. All right.
Well, I'll put it up right here. There we go. Now I can fix it in post. Excellent.
There,
you go.
I
There's
left a
Jay
message
Ferrari's
too.
thing.
He put the post in post.
There, thank you.
Yeah.
That's on me. My Chungus computer.
It's crazy because I saw you moving around. And I'm like, oh, he's putting it up. That's what he's
No,
doing.
I
That's
was moving
awesome.
around
We
trying
had
to fix
complete faith in whatever you were doing at that
No,
moment.
I was fucking around with my displays, my audio. I was trying to change things, and it just works. I don't know. Hey, question to anybody in the audience: do you ever have an experience when you're recording Discord with OBS, only when you're recording Discord with OBS, that your audio drivers just stop working? You can't hear a thing on your computer. It still says that Windows is picking up audio, but nothing's coming through. It's been happening for months. I can't explain why. It just happens. Only when I'm recording Lore Hero. It doesn't happen anytime else.
Act of God.
It's an act of God. It's crazy and I hate
Well,
it.
I think,
Regardless, shout out to Jay Ferrari. That was awesome. I teared up reading that.
I did too.
There's an awesome post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit's so cool. Yeah. No, hold on. Before you're saying something going on with your fucking drivers or whatever. Every time I record an episode on here, like sometimes the call will freeze or something like that.
Oh,
while
yeah.
I'm recording with Audacity, not even just
that happened
OBS
to
or
me.
anything, but it happens all the time with Audacity. I think it's just computer shit.
I suppose maybe it could be part of Audacity too. I guess I never really use Audacity unless I'm recording OBS and Discord. So maybe I don't do Audacity next time. Maybe I just let it ride and hope that my normal recording's fine and not have a backup. That'd be something to try.
I just have Reaper
Hey.
because Reaper is like perpetually open on my PC.
At this point too. And guess
So-
what? You aren't even evaluating your license anymore. You have one.
Yeah, it says registered to Red Octane Games LLC, commercial license.
Yeah, you haven't
Unironically.
been evaluating it for 2,800 days anymore or whatever.
Nope.
I remember mine was like
funny.
mine
That's a
definitely
WinRAR
said
type of
that.
situation.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
told like one of the charters wanted, like I just told them like, oh, like we were talking about Reaper, and I was just like, it was like Reaper like is like it's WinRAR but a DAW.
Yeah,
basically.
In the
It's
fact that
free, but it's not
free.
free. I've been
but
saying
it
that
is.
for a long time. It's like it's free,
Yeah.
but it's not. But hey, you know what? Good software does that.
Yeah, it's better than like fully locking you out because then nobody be using Reaper. They're
It's
okay.
true,
You wouldn't know
man,
about
like,
it.
It's almost
And-
like in the
and,
way
you
that
know-
Adobe's all right with you pirating because it keeps people in the Adobe pipeline, and then when you get a job because you know Adobe products, then you'll have a license.
True. And Reaper's
Hey, you know what?
licenses are fairly like they're not expensive at all.
This is going to be a horrific segue. We're talking about piracy. Something. Sony said something about getting rid of discs for like future releases or like the future of PlayStation discs, something like that. Now, I haven't dove completely into this, but what I do know and why I segued off of piracy is because the PlayStation 3 and Vita stores are getting completely pulled offline. This is the last one to completely go. First was
Free
the
my
Nintendo.
man.
Yeah, no, seriously, free my man. But also this got me saying like, guys, I'm pretty hungry. I think I want a beef and cheddar from a certain restaurant. Okay, so because we're talking about like the PS3 store, man, how the fuck are PS3 players ever gonna get any of their Rock Band DLC ever again? Like
It really has no games now.
It has
so
no
sad.
games now. It doesn't.
Well, what
it
does that
doesn't
really mean,
exist.
though? Will you be able to still re-download things you already purchased, or just not
See,
buy new
that's-
ones?
That's the thing. I believe it might still be working the same way that it does with Xbox purchases, where you can go in your download history, but I'm not so entirely sure. Now, the reason I'm bringing any of this up also is
Yes,
because
okay, hold on
they-
before you go into that. Yes, I did.
Yeah,
click
yeah,
on
you're
the
sure.
link. I did click on the page on the PlayStation blog to ease the transition. Players will still be able to download previously purchased content after the closing date for the foreseeable future. Okay. So
Okay.
You're good on that. You're good on that regard. No new
so
stuff,
if
though.
you have the license, you're chilling, right?
Yes.
Okay,
For now.
but for now,
Yeah. For the
now is
foreseeable
very
future.
important
How
here.
far ahead can you see, Sony? Is that 2030?
Yeah.
2031?
see, because like what they've already pulled movies and games from people's digital
Yep.
purchases.
Yes.
Or like they've straight up like, oh yeah, you bought this movie, well, we don't. You can't play it anymore.
Well, you actually bought the
Can't do
right
it.
to watch the movie. You didn't buy the movie. You don't own the
Yeah.
copy. You know.
Yeah, that's the problem now
Right.
is that we're not buying like ownership anymore. We're just renting.
Yeah, you're buying the right
Now-
to rent it for a
Yeah.
so-
some amount.
Like an
I have-
entitlement. People have been saying it. You're buying a temporary entitlement.
Is this a safe space? Yes, it is. So I've been buying Steam games since I was 14, right? We don't own those games. I don't own those games. I have already accepted the fact that I'm buying a license. I'm buying the privilege to just download it and play it. And now the sooner that I accepted that most of the digital shit that I get, like 99.9% of digital shit that I own can be taken away from me at any point moment in time. Like I'm just like, damn, that I should pretty much keep my interest to the things that I can truly own, like old games, games that existed before this whole digital age, before we started making digital versions of consoles and things like that, before we moved completely away from discs, before discs became a vehicle for just downloading a game.
Yeah,
right. Like,
believe it or not,
that's
son, back when I was your age, the game actually played from the disc. You didn't have to just use that to install it. In fact, a disc is a circular thing. The game used to be on there. You have to explain the concept of a disc to newborns. In fact, I saw a tweet
my
about
daughter
that. I saw a
likely
tweet about
does not
that.
know.
Probably not. I saw a
She
tweet
doesn't.
that said, like, as a 5-year-old that was at daycare or whatever, came home to his parents and said that, yeah, they have Disney Plus like at daycare, but it's like on this circle thing. They have to put it into this other box. But then they have Disney Plus. It only plays one movie, though. It only played one movie. But it's just like Disney Plus at home. Because we have whatever movie it is at home. It's on Disney Plus. They only had one. It was kind of not great. They're just playing a DVD or a Blu-ray. The kid had no idea. That's where we are.
You know
nowadays.
what? You know, like one of my favorite things. Now that I'm kind of straying away from this a little bit, but when I grew up as a kid, playing handheld video games was like one of the number one ways that I played video games. And so when my dad would go overseas to China, he would go to like these game shops and pick me up these cheap ass Game Boy games because like he knew I loved playing on my Game Boy Advance. Guess what he bought? He bought shit. He bought shit like this, bro, and I loved it. It was like the peak gaming experience for me because not only was I getting a staple Game Boy Advance game, dude. I know how bad this sounds now, okay? But I was like 7 years old, 8 years old, and this is like the shit. So you get like three big name games. You get like,
I get it.
You get like Advance Wars and Sonic Advance 3 inside of, and then the rest of it is NES ROMs. It's just all NES
that
ROMs.
repeat after like 20.
On like a shitty emulator, but I
Well,
don't
no,
really care.
JP, because the one says no repeat right on it.
that 369 and one, no repeat.
Oh, they
No
started. You know
repeats.
what? They started the wisen up. I guess. Damn.
They probably found a like a new chip or something that could like hold more games or emulated games better than it used to. Okay, we've strayed pretty far from the initial thing.
Yeah, back to Sony.
I was trying to segue into Sony breaking the emergency glass. Now, I say the emergency glass. I know that this has been coming for a while, but the timing... But who knows? Maybe they did know, and they were prepping for this. But they broke the emergency glass by making Black Ops 1 and 2 for PlayStation 4 and 5. And so that became like the hottest thing this week. That it's currently still the hottest thing right now.
I've been playing it. Black Ops 1
I've been playing
in
it.
particular.
I have been. I've been playing Black Ops 1 more than anything. I played Black Ops 2 for a little bit. I'm like, damn, it's still the same. But like, I was like, bro, I thought what was so funny is that there's all these people that were like, yeah, Sony, you made a big mistake. All this stuff, I'm boycotting you. I'm not gonna buy anything from Sony. I'm gonna cancel my PS Plus. A couple days later, when these ports come out, they're replying to people. They're like, so is it a good port? Is this a good? Is it so the ports are good? Wait, you're saying the ports of Black Ops 1 and 2
Oh,
are
you're
good?
saying that the Black Ops 1 is going to cost me $39.99 and the DLC is not even included? You have to buy the season pass separately for $29.99? So $70 for
without
Black Ops
PS
1.
Plus. Without PS
I was
Plus.
going to get into that. But if I purchase PS Plus, the game is half
game's
off
only-
for only
it's like-
$19.99 and the DLC is 66% off, so it's only $9.99.
Sounds like a great deal.
So I can get Black Ops 1, the experience I had 16 years ago in 2010 for only $30, but it's on PlayStation 5 now. Same with Black Ops 2.
Man,
I'm in.
Shit.
Bro,
Where's my spine? Where's
I'm
my
all
wallet?
about saving money. I'm all about a good deal, and Sony, you got me with a good deal. That is
No.
It's like that's a good
I left my
savings
spine
right
in the
there.
Got
other
you by
room,
the coochie,
but I got
man.
my wallet right here. I can play some Black Ops right
don't
now.
You understand?
Hell
they
yeah.
they're selling it for $70, but if I purchase PlayStation Plus, I get $40 off each game, bro. That's savings.
It's basic economics. Don't you understand?
That all being said, I did buy those like the hog I am because I love those games, and that they were big. They were a big thing for me in my childhood. That came slightly at the tail end of the Guitar Hero thing. You know, Black Ops 1 came out around the same time as Rock Band 3. I think a week or two after that. But after that,
Yep.
I was all in on Call of Duty, baby. Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Ghosts.
I changed everything,
That
man.
was my, well, less so Ghosts. But that era was my absolute shit. I was playing, Modern Warfare 2 before that as well. Love Modern Warfare 2. In fact, I have the Xbox Series S out in the living room. That's more or less a Fortnite and Modern Warfare 2 2009 machine. I love just hopping on Modern Warfare 2 Xbox 360 backwards compatibility edition.
That might be
Love that
you might
game.
be the only person that has ever said that sentence because it's rampant with infection.
I haven't
infection
reached
hackers and stuff like that.
It's not for me. I haven't encountered
Okay,
a single
that's
like
good.
actually modded lobby where somebody's like unkillable or they're like fucking with your stats. However, the only mods that I do come across on Modern Warfare 2 Xbox 360 is somebody changing the lobby. So like if you search for Team Deathmatch,
That's
every now
the
and then,
one. Yeah,
you'll get
yeah.
put into a S&D lobby so that they can trick shot on your ass.
That's why I stopped. That's why I stopped
That
playing. I'm like,
sounds
I don't want to get
annoying
put
as
into
hell.
fucking lobbies where you're farming me.
yeah,
I don't give a
it's
shit. Just
stupid. I
go
back out
back
of
up.
those.
Go back
That
on
sounds so
your other
wrong.
game where you're running scripts and shit, and you're auto hitting your fucking trick shots, dude. That's a whole nother thing, and I think the
That
parallels
is something I've
between
never
that,
understood.
the parallels between that and like high FPS, just nonsense playing Clone here. It's so funny because it's the exact same situation.
I mean,
Because
a lot of the
people-
scripted ones are like you literally just push a button and then
kiddies.
your
push a
character
button, you
does all
start-
the spins and you're swapping guns and then it just auto hits. That's a
Yeah.
cheat engine shmooey-taj type deal, but for trick shotting.
It's just, but like the parallels are fucking ridiculous too because it's like it's you see a bunch of old head trick shotters going like this new gen trash is fucking horrible and you guys should not be watching this, and it's like
it's cool to see because that's like I never really was into that when I was playing those
the
games
trick
as a
shot
kid.
bubble. We were talking about a Guitar Hero bubble at the beginning of the episode, man.
Dude,
Right?
that's a thing. The trick shotters think the
Trick
games
shot
are made
bubble.
for them. Oh, dude, I don't even play Black Ops 1 because I can't quickscope on it now because it's pre-patched L96
Sure.
A1 because now when you scope in, there's like a few seconds.
It's the
of, like,
sway.
There's this extra sway. You have to, you can't really quickscope. It's inaccurate. But like the game, they're like, dude, why the fuck would they like kill the game like this? It ain't
Kill
a
the
killed
game?
to me. The
Kill
game
the
is
game
the
to
game
me?
is awesome. I fucking love playing Black Ops 1. I'm having the time of my life on that game. It did not kill the game. Like these incompetent devs, they're throwing it. Are they stupid? They don't understand their player base. They don't understand what they want. Dude, you are the
Whoa.
nichest of niches possible. You gotta
I've heard
understand
this before.
yeah, you wonder where.
I think I heard this like a couple weeks ago or something, but I don't know. Maybe it was the wind.
Have you
Anyway.
Have you guys paid attention to the PlayStation like Twitter page?
It's
Oh,
been
yeah.
radio silence, right?
It's been
No,
no.
no,
They
no,
they
no.
They started back up. They did.
They're
Okay, I
trying to
didn't know.
ignore it.
Almost
just trying to keep
all
on
of
posting.
their if you go on their profile since the post,
Oh my fucking god!
a lot of them get community noted. But if you look at the comments compared to the likes, the ratios are off the charts.
Dude, the community notes are insane. It's just like Sony is pushing an all-digital future without being upfront about its limits. PS5 downloads
That's
can't be
crazy.
played on USB, and expanding storage required. It's on a tweet about the Adventures of Elliot. The Millennium Tales wins Player's Choice for June. It's getting
And
community notes
just
like
try to-
Sony's pushing their agenda upon us.
Pay attention to like the view counts too. So like that initial tweet from the first, 177 million views.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the original tweet.
And the community noted ones, 20 like July monthly games, 24K comments, 6.1 million views. Another one, 19K comments, 3.4 million views. 12K comments, 2.3 million views. 13K comments, 2.6 million views. Like these numbers are very consistent. So like it's mostly the same people going back to it, but it can't be understated that like this was a bad idea. It was a bad idea.
But how
Did you
bad
see
of an
this?
idea was it? Yeah, maybe we might be just talking on different scales of things here. Oh, what's this?
Did you see
Yeah.
this Sony Santa Monica post, bro?
From
like
God of War
ratioed
Leve
themselves?
will be available on disc. Oh no!
they ratioed themselves. It was their announcement saying that, hey, we're going to be at San Diego Comic-Con, and they added a child tweet to it, and they're just like, yeah, God of War Leve is going to be on disc. that has like fucking 3 times the views and likes and comments compared to the OG tweet. Yeah, so it's like, bro, that's how big of a deal it is. But then also, it's just you have the wheels turning, and like the social backlash, and also people are just 180ing immediately because they got the keys jingled in front of them after they were being super loud about it. It's just so fascinating to see.
It is very fascinating to see because, I mean, I've been almost fully digital for over a decade at this point. The last physical games that I bought, I bought Demon Souls on the PS5 because I wasn't going to pay $59.99 or whatever digitally, so I got it on eBay for like $30.
I got it for cheap, yeah. I got that shit for cheap too.
Which is a huge selling point of physical media. You can get it for cheaper because it's secondary markets. People can decide whatever the game is actually worth instead of the first party is telling you how much it is. But before that, Guitar Hero Live, Rock Band 4, it's pretty much the last physical games I bought.
Dude. Rock Band 4, someone in my Discord was at a game shop, saw Rock Band 4 on disc, vanilla 1.0 Rock Band 4, PS4, $125.
Yeah.
Just the disc.
Yep, and that's because you can't buy digitally now because licensing.
That's also a thing it has been suffering since the pandemic. It's been suffering since the COVID era because people became collectors and wanters of their childhood, nostalgia seeking. I'm gonna go get the 7th gen console and all the fucking games and all that stuff, and so it's just become a nightmare for physical collectors, physical media enjoyers. I get it, but you gotta learn to sail the high seas and back up things. That's really it.
Backups are huge. RGHs are the best way to play Guitar and Rock Band nowadays.
I mean, this Vita's hacked. My 3DS is hacked. I had all of those on a fucking SD card on a flash cart. Yeah. I think in the last physical game I probably bought was for the Switch 1 back when it came out, like Super Mario Odyssey.
I don't think I bought
every game I bought on the Switch after that was through the
digital
eShop.
From the eShop. Because they were on crazy ass sales on the eShop more often than not.
I used to be big in the retro game collecting, and I still have a lot of my old stuff, mostly consoles. I love it. I
can vouch because I've been to JP's old house and where he did collect a whole lot of games. He's a big physical game collector.
I'm big in the physical, but it's hard. I'd be a hypocrite to say oh no, please don't get rid of it. I think it was a bad idea, but I get why they're doing it.
I think you blackpilled yourself the same way that me and Jake have. We have been digital for a decade.
It's just more convenient.
I have money to afford it.
It's not even that. It's just I'm actually self-conscious, more conscious about damn, am I really going to drop $70 on this game? Am I really going to fucking like it? As opposed to seeing it and getting $10 off physical. Things like that. I'm actually more willing to evaluate how the fuck I'm going to buy a new expensive game. Am I going to really enjoy it? I've already gotten more enjoyment out of these games from 2010 and 11, fucking Black Ops 1 and 2. 2010, 2012. I've gotten more enjoyment out of that than most games I've spent $70 full on PS5. I've already put more time and gotten more enjoyment out of it. So it's just bro, hold the hypocrites accountable, but don't come after my enjoyment because I've already made up my damn mind, and I'm gonna spend my money the way that I want to and enjoy these old ass games because there's not a whole lot that makes me happy, right now. I'm gonna go back in time.
Sorry.
Hey, but it's all right because we got Black Ops 1 and 2 on PS4 and 5 now. These servers are damn good.
They fixed it, guys.
We're seeing some bad shit in those emblems getting created. We're not gonna make this a bit, and we're not gonna go into this.
No,
but it's just bro, the generations don't change because I was seeing a terrible shit like this in 2012 too. Doesn't make it okay, but it's just hey, that the part of that human is still alive.
Yeah, the bad shit has just transcended into whatever's bad right now.
It's it's just whatever's bad right now. But no, it's just one of those things where it's the game stayed the same, and it functions pretty much the exact same way that I remember it when I was 16.
Yeah, it feels pretty much the same. In fact, it's so much the same as the old game. They forgot to take out a few things that no longer apply.
Yeah,
because Black Ops 1, they took out wager mode.
Interesting.
So you can't gamble your COD points. Not going to say the abbreviation. But since that mode doesn't exist in the game anymore, there's still like loading screen tooltips that are talking about wager matches.
Talking about wager matches?
They forgot to get rid of that. And there's one,
man.
It's on the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4. There's one that says, click on the server browser, look for community-led games or whatever. There's no server browser. They ported it based on the PC version, where it did have a server browser, but they do not have that on PlayStation 5.
Wait, this is ported from the PC version?
Yeah, if they ported it from the PS3, it'd be all sorts of fuck because the PS3 had such a weird architecture. It would have been more challenging than it is.
Yeah, the PS3 was fucking weird.
But I think
that actually makes things
like
really interesting.
job,
I thought it was a port of the PS3 version, but
no,
if it's from PC,
it's a PC
that makes
port,
sense.
But that's been just been.
Would
made
that
to work on
explain
PlayStation
like
5.
how the like aiming feels interesting? I guess
I don't know enough to say anything. The PC games back in those days were dog shit anyways. Those are probably ports from the Xbox 360 version, if I'm being honest with you. I think Modern Warfare 2019... No, Black Ops 4, I think, was the first Call of Duty game, like in 2018, to really like push, PC. We're going to have 4K ultra-wide support, uncapped resolution. Before that, it was just a console game ported to PC. Yeah. And it was not good. Black Ops being one of those.
I think they probably did that because so many kids were moving over to PC back then.
Yeah, that was just
at the end of the
pipeline.
10s because Twitch streaming took off.
Yeah,
like
PC
it
gaming is bigger now than it ever has been.
Yeah.
It's a lot
but
more
it still can be a niche. It still
too.
can be a niche, man. So that's why it's a big deal that these games got ported to PS4 and 5.
Yeah,
because it's like, hey, this is the last big piece of technology that people ever bought to enjoy their video games, and so here you go.
It's the last one.
Yeah, it's and here's this timeless video game. Here you go.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, that's what's going to keep happening. They're going to keep selling your memories back to you at discounted rates because the full price is not meant to be paid for. It's like, am I really going to pay $70 for Black Ops 1 and all the DLC again? No, but if it's half off or whatever, that looks like a deal. I love Black Ops 1. I'll do that. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more like that moving forward. Not necessarily Call of Duty, just all games. And I mean, it's kind of been the thing for a while now, right? The last generation was kind of remaster city. Everything was getting remastered. But
yeah, it's like we got the Crash Insane trilogy. We got the Spyro Reignited trilogy. Like those were two big ones.
But for good reason, because a lot of those older games were not accessible. You could not buy them again. Those games were stuck on the original platform. There was not a digital storefront. If you bought the game, you're buying it from some eBay collector that was charging you $100 for the physical game. Fuck off. No, we're gonna sell it again. Piracy is good for preserving things like that, where there is no proper digital storefront or real way that you can buy it, where the developers actually benefit from it. Yeah. If you're buying a physical copy of Guitar Hero Metallica for the PlayStation 3, Activision's not getting a cent from that because there's no stores that sell that. But if you go on eBay and go buy it for $50, you're just putting $50 in some other dude's pocket. To me, personally, just download that shit. Just go to Arby's, bro. Just go to
Arby's. It's just when it comes to Legacy Guitar Hero and Rock Band stuff, especially Legacy Guitar Hero, because there's fucking basically none of that is, legally acquirable. It just isn't.
None of it is. None of it is.
Rock Band has an edge case though. You know, like Rock Band 4 licenses. Every month they have D lists of Legacy
the DLC for Rock Band 4 stuff, and Legacy DLC is still there. Yeah, but all Guitar Hero. But all Rock Band except for DLC is gone. You can't get the games anymore unless you buy physical or you find a digital code also being scalped online.
So the most important thing here is stop. If you are worried about like getting Guitar Hero games and like getting worried about piracy, just don't. Like old Guitar Hero, just don't. Get over it. You have to do it. If you want to have enjoyment, you just have to do it. Take that shit off like a Band-Aid. Do something that you think is a. It is such a weird gray area, and I understand people that feel like they're going to get in trouble for doing it.
But also Clone Hero. Even if you play Clone Hero, that game is also still not like clean because that's using stolen assets from Warriors of Rock. Every song that you put in there that you just find is piracy, technically, because the people don't have a license for most of them to distribute those. But they are
get the original
being
games.
distributed, and people are downloading them. If you have 20,000 songs on your Clone Hero library, that's 20,000 pieces of pirated content, technically, and that kind of sucks.
it's the same with Yarg, and like, you know, they actually go out of their way to like not like, you know, in their Discord server to not allow people to post links to custom songs, but like, you know, the game allows for custom songs, you know, and
because that's at the end of the day, it's one of those things that it's supposed to be user discretion, but unfortunately, we have a lot of people that don't even know that it's like piracy, right? They've grown up with this online, and they don't see this as even something that was ever illegal, right? What do you mean you can't get Led Zeppelin on the stage tour set list?
I have it on Clone Hero. I have their entire discography. It was free.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Because
here's a win, you guys. Here's a free win, you guys.
Here's a free win. How about you just allow
I'll never
custom
get
songs?
over that. I'll literally never get over that. Here's a free win, guys. I know how this all works. They don't make Rock Band anymore. Why don't you just take the look of them?
That's okay.
They don't make Guitar Hero anymore. Just ask them, and you can make it look like that.
That picture that Callie made, like, now that's what I call songs from the 70s and 80s and 90s.
Oh, yeah.
That
shit. That wasn't a tweet. I'm pretty sure that was in the Discord.
It was I think she commented it on the tweet, on the comment.
We had a troll. We had a troll.
Yeah, the guy had like his name or something.
Oh yes, it was on Twitter.
No, just read it off. Don't fucking show it.
I gotta find it.
Yeah, no, I can find it too. But yeah,
sorry, your game is going to fail. Nobody knows those songs or any on your set list. You'll have to have top hits from the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s.
90, 2000s. Yeah, that's from hashtag Bitcoin, hashtag BTC, hashtag OG, hashtag alt, hashtag crypto, hashtag ETH. I have to click on it to see more. Hashtag gold, hashtag altcoin, not coin, at crypto night. And now that's what I call hits from the 70s, 80s, 90, and 2000s. Crypto. That was very fun. I don't know any of these songs, therefore it sucks because I don't know it. I know it's best. Here, go get some top hits from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s because I know those and I like those. Funny how it stops at the 2000s though.
I'm going to segue.
Shit sucks, by the way.
Here, we're going to segue because smash hits. All right, smash hits. They're all songs from fucking other Guitar Hero games in one game. Some people put that as their GOAT game. I disagree, but that game has been full game FC'd on disc. As of
I didn't even know it hadn't been done yet.
Yeah, this was news to me when Mike told us this.
Yeah, shout out to Hero Guesser for spreading the word, Paul revering it. The squad was Hockey, Hex, DJ X, and Lila. So shout out to those four. I think they have been killing it on Fubs for the last couple of months anyway too. So hats off to those four for killing off the last three songs. I guess four if you count Shout at the Devil, both Expert and Expert Plus, Message in a Bottle, and Nothing But a Good Time. Apparently those were never done on disc. Now if somebody would want to come forward, maybe an ERG member or something from years ago, maybe these got copyrighted or removed or something like that. But hey, it wouldn't surprise me because back then it was just way more convenient to FC them as exports. Because all three of those songs were exports.
Yeah,
sure.
that really surprises me that it's those three songs. I would have never expected Message in a Bottle to be one of the final FCs needed on original engine. But
yeah, like
you know what? I'm going to be honest. That song on the drum chart for that is pretty fucking brutal.
Even still, it's not like it wasn't done because it was hard, just because nobody cared. And it was already done. They didn't actually do it on
Warriors. They just did it on 5 or Warriors, right?
Yeah,
or Band Hero for that matter.
Yeah, just because
I think
it was easier.
A lot of full bands got done in Band Hero because of the Expert Plus fixes on a lot of songs, and they weren't as problematic as the Expert Plus in Warriors of Rock. Some other niche, some other nuance that I can't really recount at the moment, but I do remember a point in time where that was being done. A lot of stuff was being done on fucking Band Hero, Expert Plus. So that's some really interesting stuff. I mean, Mike gave me a Google Doc of stuff of the final songs that need to be FC'd on disc, and it's not a lot. It's not a lot. So we have the bulk of it is in Guitar Hero Metallica, and it's Ace of Spades, Beautiful Morning, Expert and Expert Plus, Blood and Thunder, X and Expert Plus, Fuel, X and Expert Plus, Hit the Lights. No, I'm actually kind of surprised that there are Metallica songs in GH Metallica that haven't been full band on disc. Yeah. And then there's Hit the Lights, Mother of Mercy, Sad but true. That's crazy to me. Sad but true, never done. Really? I feel like this also goes back to that. Maybe there was documentation of it that got lost due to time or something like that. Because there are some really genuinely. These are some surprising ones that apparently have never been done. Probably due to no proof or something like that. I feel like a random ass band could full band FC Sad but True.
That's not the most challenging song on any instrument.
It really isn't. And then The Black River. And Turn the Page live. Those are all the songs from Guitar Hero Metallica that need to be done.
So weird.
Full band on disc. And then Guitar Hero 5 has some more obvious ones because of, how they have some bugs with Expert Plus in that game and how you have to hit the Expert Plus notes late because of how they handle Expert Plus and the note parsing and things like that. 21st Century Schizoid Man, X and Expert Plus, Done with Everything, Die for Nothing, X and Expert Plus. This one's weird. Lust for Life, live. And Sweating Bullets, X and Expert Plus.
Sweating Bullets kind of surprises me too, because that's not the most challenging either.
Yeah, that might be another one that they just did in Band Hero or did in Warriors of Rock.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised Scatterbrain, X and Expert Plus have been done, both of them, on GH5.
I think because that was the song in GH5, and so a lot of people just brain rotted that song.
I guess, and 21st Century Schizoid Man is the second the song. It's very similar.
That is the second the song, and then Done with Everything, Die for Nothing is the third the song in that game.
Yeah, especially for drums.
Yeah, especially for drums. That song's that is not an easy one on drums.
13?
That was the last one that I FC'd on Expert Plus before taking a big break from it. I've still yet to go back to GH5 because Scatterbrain is just it fucking fucks my brain up. I can't figure that out on Expert Plus. Especially with the dog shit engine.
It's beyond my comprehension too. I can't do that shit.
Yep.
But I'm counting 13 total songs that have yet to be fubbed on original engine for Guitar Hero. Not a lot. I would not be surprised if this lights a fire under some people. I mean, it clearly already, the fire is already lit because there's a doc that lists these out that people have seen. It must be semi-public.
It'll be done.
At the top it says, contact Hero Guesser if a song needs to be removed from the list. So it's basically saying, hey, go do these.
GID, get it done. All right?
Get it done,
that
baby.
Shit done.
Get it done. Get her done.
Yeah, you know what? I said get it done. Pulse of the Maggots was done at Allstrums by Alfie. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, I didn't hear about this.
Wait. Can you run that back? Can you say that one more time?
Yeah. So this was 2 weeks ago. This was the week of the Steve Lamette episode, pretty sure. And he FC Pulse of the Maggots on Allstrums on CH. This is crazy, absolutely crazy. So I guess you could show off him playing through the first solo and then the outro. It's just some unbelievable stuff, man. So shout out to Alfie.
Disgusting, man.
As always, getting it done, doing this shit on the bracket guitar also.
Man,
he almost missed in the outro. Look at 3. Yeah, no. Literally the beginning of the outro.
Hey, listen, pal, I'm busy with the first solo. Let me finish that.
Yeah, you're right.
How do you even parse this on not just frets but strum? I just don't get it.
You have to have strum control, like Alf, bro. I don't know how he does
GH1.
it. Well, he comes from Rock Band 3. That's his bread and butter. So once you figure out the nuance in that game, you make that game your bitch, and the game's your bitch.
That's
so he made CH his bitch, and he's just been dominating Allstrums pretty much all year. So far, he hasn't. Yeah, he's just been tearing it up. So shout outs to Alf as always, man. That shit's just nuts.
Holy shit,
been on a tear.
Impressive.
God, the strumming is so fast at points.
Yeah, no. And for the record, I have tried this myself. This shit is no joke. I do not understand how he did this.
Yeah, the only other person I could see doing something like this is Jarvis. And that's it.
Yeah, Jarvis. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
and I've watched Jarvis because I wanted to go for Black Widow of Laporte Allstrums, and I found out Jarvis did it in 2022, 2023. I watched that shit. I'm like, holy shit, dude. Holy fuck. Oh, yeah. I had a short stint in Allstrums, and it is still fun to play because I do play it pretty often. But Allstrums is some really, really fun clone hero. Really fun 5-fret in general.
Hey, one more 5-fret thing that I want to talk about is something that you did.
Yes, I was trying to bring that up.
Oh, perfect. Okay, good. I don't want you to glaze yourself.
I was literally, our brains went last 5-fret thing. I was about to say last 5-fret thing.
There's a new Guitar Hero 3 permadeath world record.
Randomizer.
Randomized.
Specifically randomizer.
Sorry. Randomized GH3 permadeath world record done by Mr. Akai28, Gamerboy 28. You may know him.
Gamerboy.
Jamsta 2896.
Jamsta 2896. Even. And it is 57 songs, correct?
57 songs and randomizer permadeath. And I think the RNG was pretty atrocious, but I think considering most of the songs that I had early on, it kind of made it okay. Like, it was a really, really good run. Where it started getting... So, like, first two tiers, like, whatever. You get songs, you get some good songs, got, like, Impulse, got, like, Cities on Flame, solid, easy stuff, right? Fun to watch, fun to listen to. Tier 3, that's when I got One. I got One by Metallica in the second song. And so I was like, all right, let's do it. Did it. 2 songs later, Cliffs of Dover. So there's 2 tier 8 songs in tier 3. Next tier 8 song doesn't get until tier 6, I believe. So I had a bunch of easy shit in the middle.
But after you've already FC'd one, it's a little bit more nerve wracking.
Well, okay, so I had nerves, but then I was like, that's a big one done. I can actually kind of chill and relax for a little bit. And chill and relax is kind of a loose term, but like UFC 1.
You don't have to be on edge about the next song, because if you guys don't know, on Randomizer Permadeath GH3, it doesn't tell you what song you're playing. I don't know the song
title either.
Like, even when you're scrolling through the list, because you're playing career mode, you still have to go select a song. It's all just question marks. And when the song does load, it doesn't tell you the song.
There's no title up
at
the top.
Left. It just doesn't tell you. So you only have the drum beat, the count in to like understand what the song is before the first note comes up.
Yep.
There's a few songs that are going to catch you off guard, like a Nothing For Me Here popping up,
or Number of the Beast, Number of the Beast, and Nothing For Me Here.
Number of the Beast is the one that's like, and then you have notes immediately. So if you're not paying attention,
yeah. And also it's given me lots of insight of how to tell, not only by the count-ins or the BPM lines, but the light show in the back will definitely tell you what a hard song is. Let me tell you. When you play Raining Blood, all the lights go dark. When you play The Way It Ends, all the lights go dark. Okay? Those are 2 songs that completely black out before the count-in. And so I know that for sure now. So it's like...
It's kind of cool. It's like how you hear, like, if you go blind, you're losing one of your senses, all your other senses are heightened. Or if you lose your hearing, you'll be able to see better or whatever, because it's kind of the same way. You don't know what song you're playing, so you have to look at all the other things you never really had to consider before to find the context clues to tell you.
If the female vocalist is on stage and the board comes up and you immediately start hearing an open hi-hat, it's down and dirty.
If Bret Michaels
it's not
on stage,
anything else.
It's either go that far or fucking talk dirty to me.
Well, yeah, you see, Bret Michaels is a funny one too.
That's a giveveven.
It is.
Yeah, you're like,
but like if there's a guy on stage and you immediately hear an open hi-hat, it could be even flow. It could be Marvez Garçon. I butchered that shit, but I always call it Marvez Garçon.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not French. I can't speak it.
Or Stricken, but Stricken kind of starts a little bit later after the board comes up. But those are open hi-hat. And you got
slower BPM on that one too, so it's easier to see from the lines.
Yeah, no, but like I'm starting to notice things that I shouldn't notice. Like
the
this
level
is
of
bad.
mastery
It's getting
in that game
it's getting really bad.
It's getting outrageous.
It's getting really bad.
To a level that GH2 Permadeath never really got to, because you just kind of binked it immediately.
Well, okay,
but much quicker.
I had like a deja vu moment because I got in the car yesterday to go to a barbecue. AFI Miss Murder comes up on the radio, and immediately my stomach drops. Like, this was a real ass thing, because I was like, welcome to 94.9 CYY WCYY Rockin' Maine.
That popped up pretty late in that run, right?
It was 52 songs in. I checked. It was 50-something songs in.
Hearing a GH3 song like the day after, you're like so locked in and hearing GH3 songs and being scared about the next song that comes up. And you're it's fine.
That happened with me. That happened with me with GH2 Permadeath, though. Because when I set my PB after getting home from Thanksgiving, when I was like super into Permadeath, one of the last songs that I played on like the furthest run at that point was "Dead" by My Chemical Romance. "Dead" by My Chemical Romance comes up on shuffle when I'm taking my daughter to school, and I'm like, "Gotta turn this off. I can't listen to this right now. I can't." So this is not the first time this has happened. It has happened before. It
universe
absolutely has.
knows.
And so this just means that Guitar Hero 3 Randomizer will die very soon. I don't know how soon, but it's going to be soon.
I mean,
it's going to get there.
You died on Raining Blood, correct?
Yes, and that was because I noticed a strange desync. And I don't know, because I'm using a Jasper. And I was like, I looked at my calibration afterward and it was 0-0. I'm like, why does it feel like I have to hit notes late? And maybe I'm coping. Maybe I was just going crazy. I wasn't on anything. I think the only shit that was in my system was a Celsius and a bunch of water. That was it. Whereas GH2 Permadeath, I was tossing back the Edwards.
Yeah,
that was different. That was different. But this is like 50 plus songs in, or whatever, 57 songs in, and Raining Blood finally comes up. I omitted the fact that there was a moment with Holiday in Cambodia. Jake, you saw that.
Oh yes, that was that was in the 50s too. If I'm not mistaken, high 40s.
Cambodia was in tier 8, I believe. So I
Okay,
had
so
to
probably high 40s.
Yeah, I needed to beat Cambodia in order to defeat Lou, because I eventually ended up beating Lou, which is something I've never done in a permadeath run ever, let alone a randomizer. But I believe that's the third time that's been done. Because it was first Randy, and his last song was Talk Dirty to Me, and then he beat Lou, or something like that. And then Darkai got, I don't remember what song she had, but then I had it, and
were these randomizers? Both of those?
Yeah, both of those were randomizers. Darkai had held the previous record, I believe, with 55.
Okay.
And then Randy before that had like 49 or 48 or something like that. Or maybe it was Alex Fretz.
I know Alex Fretz got really high,
Alex
but I
Fretz,
think
got
that
like
was
40
regular
something.
permadeath, not randomizer, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it was randomizer.
I don't know. I'll have to talk to him about it, because I do remember that he held a record for quite some time, and I was like,
yeah,
holy
I thought it was in the
shit, he had
50s too.
record? Let's go. But I think it was like he went like, he got to like tier 5, and then he did a bunch of bonus songs. The bonus song RNG was really good for him.
Oh, okay.
So like, I think that's how it happened. Just like how my RNG was like pretty good, but it was also kind of trash because I only had like 3 or 4 hard songs in the main set list, and all the hard shit was in bonus, like late in the bonus. But maybe that was like a good thing too. But who knows? Who knows? I at the end of it all, I was like, I need this seed. Yo, pause. I need this seed. I wish I could be able to see the seed.
That would be cool to be able to rerun
seed.
a randomized seed. That'd be another thing that, like, if that's even possible to do on Guitar Hero 3, is implement a seed system and do all that shit. I have no idea the complexity.
I mean,
of that,
it is
easy.
a seed. It is a seed system, but like, yeah, being able to input your own
being able
seed.
to input the seed and to actually load it up and have it being able to.
Yeah.
I don't care. Man.
Be like, hey,
maybe,
you can
maybe
run
Andy
this
will be inspired
specific setup, right? Because then it would make it really cool to be like, yeah, you want to run the run that actually finished? Here you go. Here's the seed. I feel like that might be a thing with other games that rely on seeds, like Minecraft or like fucking what's that? Dead Cells. I don't know if Dead Cells has a seed system, but it's something like that, right?
Balatro,
Yeah,
of course. Yeah. Dude, apparently this past SGDQ, the Balatro run was apparently unbelievable.
Oh, really?
He did like it apparently was like a ridiculous seed, and it was you could not imagine that seed. I don't play Balatro often, but I feel like you guys should look into it, because apparently it was a god run, and he got.
I've heard
like,
that it's. I heard it was an all timer, like
Yeah.
really, really enjoyable.
Yeah.
There's another run that I really am dying to check out, but I haven't had the chance to watch yet. Resident Evil.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the other one.
I haven't checked it out yet either.
Because he runs it with a crack guitar, the Alpine White.
This is a fellow go by the name Crazy Gaming Days, running Resident Evil 3 Nemesis on a cracked guitar.
A new one.
So cool. I was hoping
the
people would
Alpine
do
White.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
They did.
this is super fucking cool. This is not the first time it's happened either.
Not the first time it's happened. He
I think
did
it
this
was
with the
him as
Blueberry
well.
Burst.
Yeah, Blueberry Burst.
Yeah.
He did this at a different
Last year.
speedrunning event. Was it SGDQ? Probably.
It was literally last year after the guitars came out, and we're like, oh my god, already?
Yeah,
like, it was like, or maybe
really
it was the
cool.
beginning of this year. It had to have been beginning of this year, because like, I don't think we saw many guitars out in the wild a year ago, like strictly a year ago. But I could
Now
be
we
wrong.
just need Simple Flips to come to. Well, he had beat Mario 64 with an Explorer. Now he needs to do with the crack guitar
With a
because
cracked guitar.
it has an actual analog stick.
I'll give him one, man.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's really fucking cool.
Nemesis on guitar a day ago. Crazy Gaming Days. Fucking cooked. That's cool.
Really
Yeah, that's
fucking
awesome.
cool. I have to look up that Balatro one. I'll have to check that out later. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Apparently, it's an old timer.
I can see the thumbnail for the SGDQ thing. He's like, oh, he's literally doing a YouTuber thumbnail, but it's the SGDQ thumbnail, which is very funny. But it must be pretty crazy. Is it the Broken Kings one?
I don't.
No,
I have no idea.
There's a literally broken seed in Balatro where every single card is the exact same. It's like a King of Spades or something like that. So you can do crazy Nanif stuff on that.
It might be because it's like it is like some sort of infinite. It is Nane F, I believe. Nane if. That's what it is. That sounds familiar, and I think that's what he was running. So, set seed Nane if.
The broken seed. It's not the broken seed. So he does get Nanif, but not on the one that's literally broken. So that's cool.
Okay.
But anyways, I think we got to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Well, here, I got one quick thing. Before we wrap up. I told you guys about this before, but I made an air guitar for somebody for A0.
That's right.
And the faceplate is really cool because it is his cat Schnurbs.
Bro.
Yo!
Dude, that's the best guitar I've ever seen.
That's legitimately amazing. Oh my...
Dude, that new printer you got is fucking awesome.
It's pretty incredible.
I want to say the print looks amazing. That's 3D printed?
That's so good!
Yeah, well, it's the faceplate's 3D printed, and then I have a UV printer that can just put like whatever image I want on there.
The combination of the 3D print with the UV
guitar.
One is fucking awesome. Yeah, with the Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah,
one.
the Smashing Pumpkins.
You having the capability to do like anything like that is really fucking cool.
It's pretty crazy, man. Like
I want a cat faceplate.
I know, like I was making this because he wanted me to make a new one, but he also wanted me to fix one of his old ones because the USB cable was going bad. And the shell was like totally fucked up. I'd shown you guys that video. So the latch over here to release the neck had broken off.
Have you ever seen a broken latch ever in your life?
I've never seen that ever.
That's not a thing that breaks.
I'm just and so here's the problem is that it's a kiosk guitar. So all the screws were under the faceplate. So I had to get it off. So I'm like sitting there with pliers for like 20 minutes, just trying to get the latch to open. It. Yeah, and I'm like cracking up the entire time because I'm like, I can't believe this. Like I've never seen this before, and I eventually got it off. But yeah, I did like a bottom swap with the other one.
Is this this is not like a kiosk motherboard in it, right? This is like your
the other one.
The other one is, but this is one you made from scratch.
Yeah, this is the one I made from scratch. The other one had kiosk internals in it already, but with like Santroller. Like it was. But
are you giving him? Are you giving him back the one with kiosk internals?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I
just wasn't sure.
He's gonna have both, but
yeah, that's cool.
But yeah,
cool
Schnurbs, everybody. That's Schnurbs.
Shout out Azer. That shit's awesome, man.
Shout out the Schnurbs.
Awesome. That's cool. So the possibilities are endless with that UV printer. That's really cool.
It's true, man. It's true.
This is a long ass episode.
Yeah, it has been long. Which is good. We owe you.
This will be good because like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the outlook for the next 2 episodes are going to be.
Yeah, usually I sign these up by saying, "Yo, hey guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next one next week."
But we don't know.
But the next one will come.
Literally,
don't know when.
The next one. Hey, maybe me and Jake will do a bonus when we meet up in San Diego.
If there's time after Comic-Con in San Diego, maybe we rip one of those. Who's to say? If that happens, we'll see.
But if it's as exhausting as IGN Live was, which I'm totally expecting it to be, and more, I don't even think we're going to have time to just... Yeah.
Oh. Things are busy, man. Like it's one of those things where I hope people understand. We're just like... Even tonight, I feel like I've barely talked this episode because I'm in a daze because I've basically been like a pile of human goop this weekend after the work that's going on in the studio right now. Things are busy.
Do you want to peel back the curtain a bit on why your workload is a bit more this past week?
I have taken on a few more responsibilities at the studio for the next few weeks. So
Jason is the interim studio head right now for Red Octane Games. He is the acting studio head because our current studio head Simon is on vacation, and now Jason is the one holding up the mantle until he's back.
Hi, I'm tired.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
You're doing great, Jason.
We're underneath.
Everyone's saying in the comments you're doing great, Jason. Thank you.
I'm trying.
Oh, with the clapping emoji. All right.
Appreciate you all.
He's doing a great job. And hey, we got to get off here so that he can go to bed and do it again
Go
tomorrow
eat
morning
something.
because we got a long week of being studio head again.
Hey, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for everything. And I'm going to go eat dinner.
Yeah,
I'm going to go.
please.
I haven't done that
Yeah,
yet.
Get that done. It's late. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate you. Again, sorry for the long absences. It's just where we are right now with Stage Tour.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
I've literally had to say that about my streams too. Like,
Yeah,
don't even feel bad about it. It's just like, if we're needed, if I am needed, and I need to do something, I have to dedicate time towards it. It's
Yes,
just
and there was a thing the past week or two, that there was something very important that we needed your input on. So it is what it is.
I had to fucking take a week, man. It's just, it is what it is. It's crazy.
I just hope that at the end of all this, you guys will be able to understand and appreciate the final product that exists because of what we're having to do right now. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. Watch the Stage Tour on Steam, and we'll see you in the next one, whenever that is. Next week, perhaps.
Whatever that is.
We'll see.
Jason went back to work.
Yeah, he's out.